Flashback.
Hey, what's up guys, this is Johan, and on this video I'll be doing an unboxing of my new cleanup crew from Reef Cleaners. Alright guys, so once every couple of years, more like a year and a half, I go to reefcleaners.com and I usually get a bunch of cleaners and just add them to my tanks. So what I wanted to do, if you guys saw my last video, was a quick little short video where I had to basically move all my aquariums from the basement, my basement office area, to the main floor because I had a bit of a flood. It rained hard and drainage and stuff like that wasn't all that good. So I had to move my tanks up here, so they're right there. See them right there. And my plan was to set the 75-gallon, but I still was a little bit debating because of the different quarantine situations that I had. I quarantined my big fish, but I did not quarantine my smaller fish because they were intended to stay just in the nano. So the 10-gallon nano, they would intend to stay in there, and the 20-gallon nano, that one fire fish, was supposed to stay in there. But my wife did agree to let me have the tanks up here if I consolidate into one tank. I'm technically only allowed 2 tanks upstairs, my 75-gallon and my 180 once I get it up and running. So whilst the tanks are here, I wanted to get the 75-gallon up and running, but just a little bit busy from work and stuff like that. So I went ahead and got some cleanup crews. It was supposed to be for the 75-gallon, but I haven't set up a 75-gallon just yet. It's still just off in the corner right there. I just have the pumps and stuff in it, like my ice cap jar and my Neptune apexes, and just in there, just holding some wires and stuff. So that's what that is. But in the meantime, whilst setting up for the 75-gallon, whilst I'm getting a big setup because I want to do it properly, I went ahead and got cleanup crews, but I got one for the big system. So like I said, I am going to do an unboxing on the cleanup crews, and let's see what we get. Garlic algae. I'm gonna start growing this stuff. These snails, I can't remember what these are called. Clams as well. I wanted to try see if they could filter the water. Got these clams, and I got some more tinier clams. So these are some other clams I just want to throw in there to see what they do. These, I always like getting these little guys. They make really good glass cleanup. These guys, they're really good for sifting your sand and clean your sand up. Alright guys, so we have all the stuff out of the bag. So the instructions that were given on the website is to float the bag for 15 to 20 minutes, and then from there you do not want to drip acclimate these guys. These are the directions they gave. So what you want to do is first just take it back, and then whichever aquarium you're gonna put them in, just float them. Alright guys, so it's been about 20 minutes. The cleanup crews are all acclimated to the temperature, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just pop them in. Like I said earlier, the instructions always say from Reef Cleaners itself is to just only temperature acclimate, then add all the snails and stuff indirectly into the system. Now the only thing I won't be adding to the system is the garlic algae. That is gonna go into a 5-gallon bucket that I have downstairs, running some Cheeto and just some bubbles, and then a light I'm testing on right now. So it's in a 5-gallon bucket, and I'm doing a 5-gallon every 2 weeks. I do a 5-gallon water change on the 20-gallon nano. I replace that water in the 5-gallon bucket with the Cheeto bucket. So all I'm doing is getting the Cheeto, making sure the Cheeto has something to feed on whilst it's in that bucket, and then once I get the 75-gallon set up, then it is going to be a simple system, just the Cheeto, nice big protein skimmer, and then that's it. So I want a simple system. My last version of the 75 gallon, I had a bunch of all the different things. I had a cheetah reactor, I had the algae scrubber, I tried GFO, I tried a whole bunch of other stuff. So in this version of the 75 gallon, I want to keep it as simple as possible. Then after that, I'm going to plumb in the bigger 180 once I get it up here and I get a stand and all that. I'm going to plumb them all in to have just one sump and run it basically the same simple setup. Chaeto, refugium chaeto with whatever algae I have in there, and then as big as a protein skimmer as I can have, and then I may add a calcium reactor or a calcium reactor further down. So I just want to keep it as simple as possible, and maybe I add a few things in here and there. I do have a apex, and yeah, I do have an apex that I could use to control things, but I want to keep both systems as simple as possible. I don't want to do anything too crazy, too much, too techy. Even though I like tech, and that's something I am very interested in, something I would do in the system. I want to keep it as simple as possible for at least the first 2 years, just to see what comes of it, and then I'll add things here and there. Anyways, time to add these guys into the tanks. Alright guys, so just pop in all the snails in there. So one thing I do recommend, if you guys ever order from Reef cleaners, because they do send a lot of these little guys, these little snails, they send a whole lot of them. What I recommend you guys do is not to order the exact size. So under the quick cleanup crew that they have, I've been ordering these guys every year or every year and a half for the past 4 or 5 years. I've always been doing that. So what I recommend is you don't want to order the size. If you go in and do the quick cleanup crew, to be exact, you don't want to order what is recommended for your let's say the 75 gallon. You don't want to order a 75 gallon cleanup crew, because they do send extra sometimes. And for a quick cleanup crew, it's cool if you have algae bloom or something that's just out of control and you need it to get under control. They work really well. The problem is if you don't have an out of control system, you just order and trying to restock your cleanup crews, they will just go ahead and clean up the tank really quickly, and then they don't have anything to eat. So they will either die, and then you'll have a big nitrogen spike. A big ammonia spike, and then they're gonna release everything they're gonna die and release that back into your system. So I would say you don't want to order any of the big cleanup crews. All you gotta do, just order a size below or 2 sizes below that your whatever they recommend. So that is that for this one, and I think I got over 100 of these snails, so that should be more than enough for this relic system. You could just see them at the bottom of the tank all here scattered up. So I'll leave them in here for about a couple days, and then I'll start removing them one by one and move them over 75 gallon, and over the next week or so, as I get ready to get the 75 gallon set up, then I will just move all the cleanup crews into there, and then they should be good to go. Alright guys, so there you have it. I'm all done putting the cleanup crews in there. So I'm just gonna let them do their thing, clean up the tank as they should, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit the like button down below, and also remember to subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.